So I want to give you guys a little bit of news. As you'll notice in this video, you'll see that some video looks better than other video does. My awesome wife bought me a GoPro Hero 7, which we're filming on right now, for Christmas. And as you can tell, this video is way better. The image stabilization is awesome. Looking at that and comparing it to the video that we have done in the past, I am so sorry for all the shaky videos, for dark videos, for unclear videos. Hopefully with this new camera, we'll be able to get a lot of great shots for you guys and be able to do this a whole lot better for a lot longer. So again, I'm sorry for all the lousy video that's come out. Hopefully you've been able to bear with it, and we look forward to putting together a whole lot more videos and a lot better quality going forward. So thanks a lot, guys. Hey everybody, today we are tearing apart the short block. We're also going to show you a cool little trick for getting the valves out of your heads without a tool, and we'll see if we can't get this thing ready to go to the machine shop today. Okay, so I want to show you a little trick that I'm going to be using to take the valve springs off from the valves. Rather than having to go out and buy the expensive valve removal tool, you take a socket that's big enough to just fit on top of the retainer. You take 2 vice grips, and then you also need just one of these little telescoping magnets. And what you do is you're just going to set this magnet down the center of the socket. Then you're going to seat the socket on top of the retainer, and then we're just going to push down and then pull the retainers right out of the center of the socket. So in order to get these valve springs out and to get the retainers out of them, you got the retainers here on the top. We got to compress the spring in order to get those 2 half moon retainers out. So we'll take the little contraption that we threw together, put it right on top of the spring. Then we're going to take a magnet and stick it right down the center of the socket, right down to the top of it. I'm going to push, and there's the 2 retainers.
Takes it straight right out.
Right out. So now we've got our spring, retainers, and now we'll just use the magnet to get the bottom piece out. Pretty simple. Okay, so to get these put back in, what we do is we do the same thing in reverse. We will be setting the retainers inside the top there, and then what we'll do is I just took a piece of a bicycle inner tube, something that's stretchy, and what I'll do is I'll put this over the top of it. That way when I push down on it, the stretchiness of the tube will push and keep the retainers down in the top of the top spring stand there.
There you go, just like that. Let's put it back together.
Now that we've got the heads torn apart and they're ready to go to the machine shop, I'm gonna go ahead and set the boys loose on that short block and see if we can't get that ready so we can take them all at the same time.
That's not doing anything.
Oh, that's why. That bolt there.
Oh! How did we miss that? Oh! We should have checked under it. Hopefully it didn't snap it.
So there is quite a bit of wear on the piston skirts, but checking the ring lands, I don't see any issues with the ring lands. Obviously no spun bearings, so I'm pretty happy. These are going to get in the dumpster anyway since we're going to be switching over to forged pistons, forged rods. Not terrible looking considering that it's got over 200,000 miles on it. Looking at the crank, everything on the main journal, smooth as ice. So we shouldn't have to worry about the crank here. We were thinking about switching over to an STI crank, but I don't think we're going to be pushing that much horsepower out here that we need to be worrying about that. This is still a forged crank, it's just not the dipped and cryoed crank. So everything looks good. We're going to go ahead and get the rods off and check in those, but everything looks real nice. All the main journal bearings feel good. I don't feel any scarring or or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and just finish up pulling these out, and then
we're going to take them to the machine shop.
Take it to the machine shop.
There we go.
Okay.
Something fell.
What are the bearings? Awesome. They feel good. So we'll still take this to the machine shop too and make them check the tolerances on it.
What happens if the tolerances are on?
Then we'll probably get a different crankshaft. Then we'll spend the money on the good one.
Push it to the limits.
Push it to the limit. All right, so we've got our cams, all four here. We've got both heads. We've got our crankshaft, and we've got both case halves all ready to go. We're gonna jump in the old girl here, take it down to the machine shop, and let them do what they do. Okay, everything's all wrapped up with the short block. It's all torn apart now. So we got all of our parts laying out here that are not going to the machine shop. We got the pistons and the rods, got the bearings. We have got the entire mess of all the peripheral parts. Got our little box full of bolts and various whatnots. Our windage tray, oil pan. We're gonna have to end up getting this stuff all cleaned up at some point in time. We're trying to figure out how we're gonna do all that yet. So, what did you guys think? Yes, it's like a bird's nest. What did you guys think about taking the engine apart?
Fun.
Yeah? What was your favorite part?
The pistons.
Knocking the pistons out?
Yeah.
Yeah?
The pistons and the gears.
Taking out the piston,
Thingies.
yes, thingies. The wrist pins. Is that the one where you're standing there holding,
Yeah.
waiting for the wrist pins to come out? Okay. Now, our dog has finally made his debut in the video. That's Sheldon. So, Gideon, what was your favorite part of the whole
My
Teardown?
favorite part was basically everything.
Yeah?
Everything was my favorite.
So we've all had an absolute blast taking this engine apart. We can't wait till the machine shop gets a hold of it and starts to get it all cleaned up for us so we can get this thing put back together. We're really excited to try to figure out how much power this thing's gonna make. We're gonna do the best that we can to put the best parts that we can afford in it. Going with the forged pistons, we're gonna be going with the forged rods, we're gonna be upgrading to race bearings. We have decided that we're going to be buying new intake and exhaust valves for the heads since we had some issues with the stuck valves. We're also going to go ahead and have the machine shop put some new valve guides in and just do the best we can to make sure that this car lasts at least another 200,000 miles. So you boys ready to get the engine to the machine shop?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and close this video out now. We're excited to get started on the machine shop video. Just make sure that if you enjoy what you're seeing here, you hit that subscribe button. Help us out immensely with subscriptions. And just leave us a comment down below so that we can make sure that if we're doing anything that's really not good practice, because we want to make sure that we're putting everything together well. Let's make sure that you guys give us your input and your experience in the comments below. And we'll see you next time on Sketchyville.